Hitherto, the formula for success was very easy. You're born, you go to school, or a good school, you get a good job, you get a family, and you live happily ever after. But that narrative is changing over time, and it's changing such that in addition to your technical competency, so for example, you're a doctor, you need to have that technical competency, but in addition to that, you need certain soft skills that will enable you to be able to create a harmonious environment around you when you're executing your task. These are the soft skills, these are the things that we're calling soft skills. So for example, what are your leadership skills like? Do you know where you are going? Do you know who you are? Do you know how to get to where you want to be? How do you clearly mobilize people and influence them to get work done? That's a leadership skill. So that's one of the major soft skills that you must cultivate as an individual. The second thing you must cultivate is emotional intelligence. So many of us just burst out. We just say what we feel like saying when we feel like saying it, irrespective of our environment. That doesn't help us in a space that we want to grow in. So if you want to be a leader, you want to grow into a certain role, a career trajectory, you want to be sure that you're emotionally intelligent, emotionally healthy. And essentially what that means is that you're paying attention to your limiting beliefs, because that's typically what brings out or bets all those emotional outbursts. So do you feel that you're inadequate about something? Whatever it is, go and get a skill. Improve yourself so that you can be emotionally intelligent. You're looking at building resilience. Too many people are giving up too quickly. As soon as they get any little problem, they're angry. A boss shouts at you. They take it personal. People are taking everything personal. We're not building resilience, so we take it personal and now we want to leave that boss and go to another one. We're not realizing that there's learning in what it is that we must do. So let's build that resilience for each one of us. We're also looking at something like time utilization. I like that one, so I'll come to it if I go to the rest. The time utilization is that we only have 24 hours in a day. Now, the difference between the richest man in the world and the poorest man in the world is how they utilize that 24 hours. When you break it down into the number of hours that you spend a day on different mundane things. So for example, you're spending about 6 hours a day sleeping. That will culminate to about 107 days in the whole year. If you deduct that from the 365 that you have, you will know how many days you have left. You're spending another 3 hours a day on social media or getting ready or driving, whatever that is. That's another 46 days times 3. Before you know it, you only have about 100 productive days in the whole year. How you use that time is very important. So as much as possible, you do away with distraction. You make sure that you know exactly what it is that you want to accomplish. Frame them in goals so that you can clearly, and have a blueprint towards its achievement, so that you can clearly follow the process of attaining that. We also look at communication skills. So we do talk a lot. I'm always talking. We're all talking to each other. We don't realize that what it is that we don't say, as a matter of fact, carry more weight than what it is that we say to one another. So once I enter into a space, I enter with some energy. That energy can filter through the room and either make people moody or make people excited. That's communication. So I'm speaking, I'm talking to somebody. And then, so we need to build that. And you want to also make sure that when you speak, there's clarity of purpose in your speech. You're not just talking. And you're making sure that the people who are hearing you are receiving you and interpreting your message the way you've meant it to be interpreted. That's also very important. Last but not least is influencing skills. How do you influence? So we step out of our homes and we're selling. We're always selling. So people say, I'm not good at sales. There's nothing like that. You're excellent at sales because that's what you do. When you step out of your house, you're selling your capabilities. You're selling your personality. You're selling yourself. So it's important that you put some energy and thought into how you want to show up in any space whatsoever. Now, if you can do these 7, I believe that if you can cultivate these 7 soft skills, you will be in a good position to grow and put your career on a growth trajectory. So what are the 7? We're looking at leadership skills. We're looking at emotional intelligence. We're looking at influencing skills. We're looking at building resilience. We're also looking at building time utility skills. What do I do with my time? Am I even being mindful of it? Critical thinking and problem solving is one that we're looking at as well. How do you clearly develop the critical thinking that you need and to solve problems? After all, the purpose of work is to solve problems. So how do you make sure that you have the data that you need, juxtapose yourself and the other people within your environment to form a solution or to create a solution? How do you do that carefully? So in essence, that is what it is, that these are the 7 soft skills that you need to ensure that you're on a proper growth trajectory with your career. I believe also that once you cultivate these skills, you'll be better able to do anything. You actually thrive in life, and even if you're a business owner, you'll do well as well, because each skill has a snowballing effect, and it all supports each other. Remember that 94% of CEOs believe that soft skills are more important today, in today's world where we don't even know what's happening tomorrow. Soft skills are more critical because you need to be able to solve the problems that we cannot even anticipate. So pay attention to developing your soft skills for a better tomorrow.